Hello there! So today I'm going to be doing something that most art YouTubers have done many times over, and I, yet again, am late to the game. It's something I've been planning on doing for such a long time and I just haven't gotten around to it. And I saw my friend Ray do this recently, so it's inspired me to go ahead and do it. I'll leave a link to her video in the description, by the way, because hers was amazing. So, I went to the Dollar Tree store and I picked up a whole bunch of like art related supplies. It's mainly stationery and kids art supplies, so I haven't got like the highest of hopes because it's literally stationery and kids art supplies for people on a budget. So, you know, I'm not going to criticise any of this whatsoever. I just, you know, it's for fun. This is for fun. First thing I bought was these Pentel ballpoint pens. And I love Pentel. I love their water brushes. These have blue and pink ink in them, and I only bought these two colours because those were the only two colours they had. So I did also buy up this 8 ballpoint pen set with 8 different assorted ink colours. Yeah. Next up, I bought these felt tip pens, which are basically just mini microns. They're like black micron markers, but cheap. I bought this paint set, which was quite nostalgic because it reminded me of, like, did anyone have those briefcases as kids? Like, they were little art sets. They still sell them. And they had like little like crayons, they had coloured pencils, they had like the watercolour paint set, they had like pastels, everything in it. That's what this reminded me of, so I'm guessing it's like a watercolour-esque type paint. It's a kid's paint set and it has a brush included, which is all but useless really for me. So I did buy some art brushes, which look slightly better than the one included in the paint set. I also bought this Disney Junior watercolour paint set, which excites me because I've heard that the Crayola watercolour sets are actually not too bad. So I'm curious to see, you know, how these ones work. I bought some generic mechanical pencils, some plain black ballpoint pens. I bought 8 neon coloured pencils, and I also bought a Sharpie because Sharpies are $1 in the dollar store. And of course, you cannot make anything without some form of paper. So I bought this sketch pad. There's 40 pages in it, and because this is mainly for dry media and not for like the watercolours, I'm not going to sort of be unfair and start trying to do watercolours and be like, oh, it's not working on here, it's crap. I bought some poster board as well because it's a little bit thicker and hopefully the watercolours will be alright on this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments as well what you think and what supplies you've ever used, if any. So yeah, enjoy.
Okay, so I started off with a mechanical pencil. A lot of this footage was unusable because my massive head was in the way for most of it, but I used the mechanical pencil. It was just, you know, generic mechanical pencil. It was a little bit thick, the lead inside for my liking, so it was kind of difficult to get the details, and that was my main problem with this. Everything was sort of coming out thicker and just not how I wanted it because I couldn't, like, you know, obviously couldn't sharpen it. I couldn't sort of put in a thinner lead. It was just yeah, I wasn't happy with this at all, and I had nothing to blend it with either. I wasn't sort of, I don't know, there was nothing to blend it with. I used the watercolours and thought, you know, I had somewhat, you know, high hopes. The brush was plastic, so that was fun. I decided to try it, and then I thought, I don't think this is going to work. Let me get the new pack of paint brushes. So I did, and I realised once I finally got inside it, they were really bad. They were even worse than the one included in the watercolours. So I didn't use those. I just went ahead and used the basic brush. Wasn't overly impressed. They're great for kids for sure, but I had no hope. This thing, however, with the, you know, the little paint set, I was so impressed with this. Everything was very pigmented and really bright and colourful. So I basically used it. I mean, look at that, how bright that is. I was so impressed. The only thing was because I was using poster board, the paper was like, it didn't like the water at all, so it was just like going nastily on the paper, had like a weird texture because it was like pulling up the surface of the paper. It didn't look good. It didn't go down well whatsoever. Loved these Pentel pens though. They worked really, really decently. Nice bright colour, but I didn't sort of expect any less from Pentel, to be honest. I did find, however, that I really liked the way it looked when the water was mixed with the Pentel markers. It just gave this really cool effect. So I went back, put water all over the markers and sort of gave it this like bleeding ink effect, which I liked because everything else looked so bad. And again, I couldn't blend it. Ray, who did this, she like got some like makeup applicators so she could blend her like charcoal that she had. They didn't have charcoal, they didn't have decent pencils, and I didn't even think to look in the makeup section for blendable. I couldn't blend it. I couldn't add any colour whatsoever to this on the face. I couldn't shade it. It was such a mess. I don't know. I always pull together my pieces with colour, with shading, and I could not do any of that. So it was so unbelievably basic. She had a massive egg head, which was my mistake. This is probably like the third actual like portrait I've done with pencil. I always do portraits digitally, basically, or at least with something with paint. And I've done neither of these because I wasn't able to. And yeah, I really hate this drawing. It's so bad. It's nothing like what I could make if I had, I don't know. I don't love it. Love these pens though, like they're like Micron-esque and they worked really well. So managed to do that. Gave her a nice massive egg head with those and outlined a few things. But again, yeah, that face, I just could not. I just couldn't. I just didn't. Oh, I don't know. I'm not making excuses. I just ran out of time. Was going to do it again actually, but I thought, you know what? I'm not perfect in any means. I want to sort of show that to everyone that you don't have to make perfect pieces every time. So yeah, this is probably the worst piece I've made in several years. Not happy with it, but whatever. Stranger Things, if you watch that, I'd love to hear. I think it's a great show. I've been watching it since it was first released. I really like it. It's very good. Love this character. She's such a great little actress. But yes, look how cool this little bleeding effect looked. I thought it was good. But look, she looks like Taylor bloody Lautner, doesn't she?
Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Oh, before I go, please do follow me on Instagram as well, because a lot of people don't seem to realise I have an Instagram. So I need to mention it more. Instagram, go follow. Links in the description and on the screen right there. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video.